If you ever have seen my Instagram stories, you know that I have read many books. And while I've not read all of the content, okay, that's the biggest point. I have read few pages from one, and the ideas that I need to be to do, to act, to action, to make it in action. Uh, so why we read books, especially science fiction, non-fiction, self-help, business books, and all those kind of things that it just doesn't mean that we need knowledge. It just doesn't mean that we want to look smart or, let's say, talk in English. But the thing is about reading books is that the capability that it gives to its owner, to its reader, that he able to think in a way which other not able to. And if he able to think in another way, he will able to do in something in another way. Okay, so example, Richard Payman book. This book helps a person who check in science stream, but they doesn't like science. They just don't know how much value it gets because they are living in this place that doesn't have facility to like work on science, to have applications of science, because science works in third order. You first have to look onto the first order, your own problems, then the second order like economics, business, and the world itself, and the third order, the laws of the universe. This kind of order is very difficult to go from first to third because there are lots of frictions out there. And that's why read these two books, Richard Payman, 6 pieces and 6 not so easy pieces, if you don't like science. Even those who doesn't take this stream will get help from this book to get more curiosity, more imagination, more ways of doing things that people aren't able to. You may it will not have an application at just one phase at right now, but and look out for 10 years, 20 years, you will able to gain the value from it in a compounding way. Okay, and the reason is that the books gives you this perspective that you are always seeking a way to let yourself know that you have to know the truth, and you are wrong in many sense. Okay, I've been wrong in many sense, and you can be very boastful for what the strategy and planning you take, but looking back from another perspective, from like Payman, that he was the one of the greatest scientists, physicist of 90s 50s, I think. Or let's say you have different philosophy, pure capitalism, and let's say sacrifice is the greatest immorality, not immortality, that I do mistake in it, that sentences, texts. And this way, the even if the books are very boring to read, if you get imagination and just look for the just one page and go through it. And my friends who go into the literature festival know it, that they're able to do something in different way that others aren't able to. That's why the books are very important, especially non-fiction, and now even science fiction are very great. To able to see in fourth order, after third order, then fourth order, able to see the consequences at the fourth order. And if you are not able to understand this, have a dictionary. Goodbye. If you ever have seen my Instagram story,